Hello, everyone. I'm Steve. Mark's working late tonight, and this is Smokey Steve and Mark. Either welcome or welcome back. Happy Thursday. 4-day weeks always feel so much longer. I was off Monday for Veterans Day, and you'd swear it was a 6-day week for what it's felt like. I got out a little bit early today. Still felt like a long day. And Mark has to work late, so I'm going to be filming flying solo today. So what we're going to do is it's Keto Challenge Day 9. So more than halfway to day 14. Last night was cheat night. Cheat night went well. I'll give you a quick rundown of the things I ate, and then for the rest of the video, I'm going to actually show you the foods I've been eating. So I'll give you a little bit of a demonstration. And forgive me, I'm business on the top, party on the bottom, because I'm like half undressed, half dressed from work. So last night was cheat night. I ended up having wings. Probably, they were the little drumettes, and they were split, so I guess it would have been a full, like, half dozen or so. Probably a dozen if you split them up. Did them in the air fryer, a little salt and pepper on some of them. I actually put blackening seasoning on half of them, and it was delicious. Actually, it was Bird Valley Foodstuffs, their frog boil. A friend sent this to us. One of her friends has a small company. They do like small batch spices, and this was one of them. Bird Valley, and it was Cajun seasoning and blackening rub. It was very good, actually. So, had those. I made a quesadilla out of a couple low-carb wraps with some cheese in the middle. Had some guacamole with that, some sour cream. And then for dessert, well, I'll tell you what I made for dessert, because I have the ingredients here. It was quite indulgent. So, I did get on the scale again today, and I lost again. I'll save the final total for what would be day 15, the next weigh-in Wednesday, and then I'll have the grand total for all the weight lost and any other changes I've noticed in my body. So why don't we just dive in, and I'll show you some of the foods I've been eating. Now, we did a bit of a grocery haul, but we did pick up some other items since. Now, the grocery haul was kind of big because we had anticipated that both Mark and I would be eating all that food. So I've been working my way through it myself. But I kind of separated it into dairy, produce, fats, proteins, and the lone starch that I've been eating. So I'll show you the lone starch first. There's 1,000 brands, and everyone has their favorites. This is just what I stumbled upon in my local supermarket, because we don't have access. We have a Wegmans, and they have like a Whole Foods section, but we don't have like Trader Joe's or any of that kind of stuff up here, so this is what you could find at like your regular small town grocery store. So Mission, the tortilla people, have a carb balance whole wheat wrap, and it's only 3 net carbs, and it doesn't taste disgusting. So this was something I would use when I was even having like a burger. I'd take a few pieces off the burger, put it in the wrap, top it with coleslaw, and make the perfect bite. It was a beauty bite. Or I would, like I said, make a quesadilla with it, put some cheese in the middle, and then have it with a heavier dip, a fattier dip on the side. I had it with pork one night that I had shredded up and then dipped it in guacamole. That was good too. So I found a lot of uses for it. I need some sort of bread-ish thing. So that's what I've been using. Oh, the other starch. I almost forgot. Popcorn. Mark and I have popcorn every single night. Pretty much every single night, unless I was working late or he was. But now his schedule's different. It's kind of a ritual tradition thing we did, so I had to make room for it. Now, from the labels I had been reading and things I had Googled, popcorn per cup was about 2 to 3 carbs, net carbs. So I couldn't free up that much room for popcorn, so I have 2 cups of it. So that comes out to about 6. And it really doesn't matter how much fat is on it or if it's movie theater butter, because the fat is kind of whatever. Now, it's not the healthiest kind of fat. This is bright yellow inside, and you can feel it when you bend it. So, yeah. But it's another starch that I've been eating. Eggs, of course, because, I've had eggs and bacon a couple times. The one time I did, I made an egg wrap. Eggs, bacon, and then I wrapped it all up in one of those things. And that was good. Dairy, heavy cream, which I was very surprised to find out was $5. I've never bought heavy cream. My parents didn't put cream in their coffee. Like when I was growing up, I never kept it in the house. I don't even think I had a coffee pot for the 3 years that I had my own apartment. I must have been bougie and just bought it every day or something. But in my coffee, I've been using it. I've used it to thin out like ranch dressing. I've used it to thin out sour cream to make things a little bit smoother. It's just good all around. I was mixing it in with cream cheese to thin that out, and then I would add strawberries to it and a little erythritol and have that for a dessert. So I haven't actually whipped it. I haven't whipped the whipped cream yet. Ricotta cheese, full fat ricotta cheese. This is 2 carbs a serving, and a serving is 1/4 of a cup. So this I have on hand. I haven't used it for a savory preparation yet, but I have used it in combination with mascarpone cheese. This is just Italian cream cheese, pretty much. I think it's 0 carb. It is 0 carbs. So I would mix this, equal parts this and this, a dash of vanilla, and what's the other? Erythritol, probably a couple spoonfuls. It depends. I mean, do it to taste, but equal parts this and this, maybe a little even shy on the ricotta. And stir that all together, pinch of salt, and it's the kind of filling they use for cannolis. So, cannolis usually have pistachios, which I didn't have on hand, but I had Lily's semi-sweet baking chips, and these are phenomenal, and they are 0 carb. There's another brand that a friend of mine recommended, but I think I'd have to order those online, because they don't have them. God, I'm hungry. They don't have them around here. So, I was surprised that we found Lily's. These were at Walmart. They're not cheap, but they don't taste like crap. I was trying to decide when I was eating all this stuff, the real deep down in the gut question. Does it really taste good, or am I just calling it tasting good because I can't have anything else? And objectively, I think it does taste good. So, I mean, kudos to some of these manufacturers that are pulling sugar out of stuff, because sugar-free foods used to be absolutely disgusting. I mean, and some would argue they still are, but so it goes. As said, the erythritol, which sounds like a chemical, Mark's afraid of it, but it is natural sugar alcohol, I guess, sweetener. I got the confectioner kind. Do they make another kind? Like granulated? Because every video I've ever seen of someone using it has this kind, powdery. I put this in coffee. You must need a lot of it to get coffee going, because I put a lot in 1 cup and I still really couldn't taste it. I've used it with desserts. Like I said, I've mixed it in with plain yogurt, plain Greek yogurt, and that brings up the sweetness. It's more mild. It's not as sweet as sugar. It's probably more like brown rice syrup when it comes to sweetness. It's there, but it's not like puckering, and it's not like Splenda. I don't like Splenda as a sweetener. It tastes, I don't know, something's wrong with it. So I've used it for desserts. I made chicken one night, and I used soy sauce and a little bit of garlic and erythritol mixed together as the marinade, because I would usually add honey, but can't add honey. And I used that, and then I did it on the stove and added cauliflower rice, and it turned into like a big chicken fried rice type thing. For all those swaps, it still tasted good. I was surprised. I like experimenting with food, but you know, you don't want to ruin things. And one person's delicious is another person's yuck. So it took a while to play with stuff. Almond meal, almond flour. I used it to bread a chicken breast when I made some chicken parms. It was okay. You know, not bad, not great. Almost every baking recipe I've seen has had it. And we did make a keto cheesecake, and this was in the crust. So I found it helpful to have around for a thing or two. I have a couple desserts that are in the microwave that I want to try, and they each call for like a couple tablespoons of almond meal. Proteins I didn't have a lot of. I'll tell you, in the freezer I have 2 or 3 boneless, skinless chicken breasts. I would have got the dark meat, but at the time the white meat was actually a better sale, which almost never happens. And Mark wasn't fond of dark meat, so we were gonna get the white meat and just fatten it up as we were gonna eat it. So I have half of those. It was a 6-pack, so I have 3. I've eaten 3 of them. Pork chops, I have like half a pack of those. Mark got them on sale. And I cooked a few off. I ate the pound of beef because I can't remember the last time I had a burger. I mean, probably 6 months. I think maybe once over the summer. I can't remember. And I ate a pound of beef in 2 days. And my body responded okay to it, which was good. And I had put this bacon, which is open, on top of it. I have it in a Ziploc bag because it's got grease all over it. But bacon in the microwave, which is the way I prepare bacon, and put that on top of the burger, had it with eggs. You know, the bacon's been a good preparation. I like that. So I'm digging having the bacon around. I don't know if I would continue acquaintanceship with someone who didn't like bacon, unless you're a vegetarian, which I can understand. So, and produce, I should have got this stuff closer. Give me 5 seconds to bring everything else closer, and I won't have to dip out this far again. 2, 1. That was close to 5. So produce, I don't have much in the way of it, because everything in the world has carbs. Broccoli, florets, because I think when you break down the carb amount, it's like 3 net carbs. Mark had made Alfredo sauce, and I was putting Alfredo sauce on the broccoli and kind of mixing it up heavy-handed on the Alfredo, and that was pretty good. The one day I threw Alfredo with chicken and broccoli and put that together, and that was tasty. This is the butt end of a cucumber, but I found a few different ways to enjoy cucumbers. I would slice them and then have them with full-fat blue cheese dressing, which isn't bad. Or I would take them, slice them, dry them a little bit between a paper towel so they're not sopping wet, and then spread cream cheese on it. And I found that to be very good too. It's a nice little contrast. It's crunchy. It's very fresh. So that was very tasty. Guacamole too, I found was good. Mark found these single packs. Very good sale somewhere. And they were 0 carb. Now, I hate avocados. I've mentioned before that I hate avocados, but I do like guacamole. It's the only preparation of an avocado that I like, I'll say. That's bitter and closed-minded. I'm sure at some point in the rest of my life, however long that may be, I will encounter a dish with an avocado that I will like. But at this point in my 37 years, I haven't. So these are good. I've spread this on, like I said, wraps. I've used it instead of mayonnaise. I have used mayonnaise. I didn't get it out of the fridge, but like Mark made coleslaw and he used mayonnaise, and coleslaw was like 4 net carbs when it was done. And that was tasty. But I grew up in a Miracle Whip house where everything you would use mayonnaise for, you used Miracle Whip. So mayonnaise tastes greasy to me. It's just a getting used to kind of thing. So I would use guacamole instead for some of that stuff. What else? More dairy? Why not some more dairy? Full fat sour cream, which is good for everything. I put light sour cream on most things when I'm not doing keto, so why not? Cream cheese, again, it's been good to have around on my cucumbers, on a wrap, just on pretty much anything. I even mixed them in with my scrambled eggs one time. That wasn't too bad. Almost like a little omelet, like I did them flat and then flipped it over. It was tasty. A block of cheese. I've had one at all times. The first one I went through was Munster. I love Munster cheese, and I hadn't had it in years. This is pepper jack Mark picked up. Today's day 9. I'll probably go through this and buy one more before the end of the challenge. So there's that. The 2 good 2 grams of sugar. These are by Yoplait. Are they? Who makes you? I can't remember. 2 grams of sugar, but there's only 3 net carbs. So it's a Greek one, distributed by Dannon. I don't know. But at any rate, they're good. 3 net carbs, Greek yogurt. So they're not too bad. Oh, I forgot another vegetable. And this is, I have 1 left, maybe none left. I'm keeping the juice. Kosher dill pickles. When I need a salty, crunchy something, you know, because I just, bleh, I'll have some pickles. My fats, coconut oil. This is one of the ones that's like, I don't know, virgin, cold pressed, caffeine free, whatever. It doesn't smell like coconut. It doesn't taste like coconut. I don't like coconut oil that tastes like coconut. I don't know if that makes it better or worse, but I don't like the taste of it. And olive oil for a fat. So besides all the fatty foods that I eat otherwise. So I think that's all she wrote. Actually, that looks like everything. So those are just some of the foods that I've been eating in various combinations over the last, Diet Pepsi, over the last 9 days. I checked in yesterday, weigh in Wednesday, and as of day 8, I had lost 4.8 pounds, which puts me almost, I mean, that was about between a third and a half of the weight I wanted to lose anyway. So I'm pretty cool with that. Had a cheat night and still lost a little bit of weight the next day. So this is working for me at the moment. This is working as a weight loss thing. Would I recommend keto? I'm not done with the amount of time I'm trying keto, so I'll let you know later. I'll let you know later. But I can tell you that so far I've been eating all this and I've been fine. So judge for yourself. Use your own judgment when it comes to keto or any other diet. Talk to your doctor if you have a condition that you're using your diet to manage. I would know everyone says, talk to your doctor first. Does anyone go to their doctor and ask if they should go on a diet first? I mean, really. If you listen to some schmuck on YouTube, you deserve whatever happens to you. But if you have a condition, I would suggest, if you have a condition that you're dealing with by changes in your diet, like if you're living with obesity or you're a diabetic or you have high blood pressure or anything like that, don't go over the top and buy $300 worth of groceries on a new diet if you haven't checked in with at least the PA first. So that was my diatribe. At any rate, thank you all for watching. Please do subscribe. Hit the like button. You can follow Mark and I on Facebook at SmokeySteveAndMarc or on Instagram at SmokeySteveAndMarc. Our email address and our contact information is all listed below. Don't forget to check in tomorrow night. We are having a live stream. We'll announce the time tonight on Facebook and on our community board. Thank y'all for watching, and we will see you tomorrow. Bye.